that stuff. Bald-headed geek. I'm so sick of hearing that. These guys, these people in the audience making fun of Shaska's misfortune that he suffered at the hands of Jimmy Valiant illegally. But I think you can see that on the other side of the coin, Jimmy Valiant's a bald-headed geek now. It was Paul Jones and the Army that were responsible. And Shaska Whatley is right now going to prove to George South that the Army is willing to do anything that Paul Jones says, and that the Army is willing to protect Paul Jones at all costs, so that Jimmy Valiant will never shave his head, and so that Jimmy Valiant will have to retire from professional wrestling at the end of this year.
Mr. Cornette, it's not over yet. It's not the end of the year yet. Jimmy Valiant, he's going to get it.
I've been waiting for Jimmy Valiant's retirement for a long time now, and I'm so happy that it's almost here. And look at Shaska Whatley, high elevation on a big backdrop on George South, and he is styling, profiling, moving, and grooving in the ring right now.
That he is. Shaska Whatley. Oh. Look at him. South's got him. What's he going to do? Spins him around. Shaska headline. Puts him down. Paul Jones outside the ring. S.T. Joe Khan and the Barbarian to protect him, because he's always afraid of Jimmy Valiant coming around.
And don't forget Baron Von Raschke, not here today, but our thoughts are with him. He's another member of the Army.
I know you turned away just for a second, but Paul Jones caught George South.
I didn't turn away, David. I had my eyes on Paul Jones the whole time. He never did a thing. I'll tell you one thing, though. I have never seen a bunch of guys as fired up in my life as Paul Jones's Army. He's got them set. He's got them ready. And he's got a lot of strategies in mind for them. A lot of strategies mapped out.
George South.
Just to make sure that Jimmy Valiant doesn't get any closer to Paul Jones's hair than he has been in the past. And that's not too close. You see Paul Jones with a beautiful head of hair, styled, combed, washed. Jimmy Valiant never did any of that when he had hair. He never washed it. He never fixed it. He probably never seen what a comb looks like. He didn't deserve to have hair.
Shaska catches him with a hard right hand. He starts to strut.
George South has been fighting back. George South, a good young athlete, but Shaska just got the strength on him, got the size on him, and he picks him up, drives him into the turnbuckles. Took the wind right out of George South, and now he's setting him up, for that superplex. Shaska's superplex, one of the most dangerous maneuvers in wrestling. If he can keep George South stunned up on those top ropes, he is going to have that superplex. He hooks him up. South about to go over, and there he has it. Beautiful. Shaska Whatley, one of the premier members of the Army, of Paul Jones. Now look at this, David.
The Barbarian flies off the top rope into George South, just like a missile.
And Jimmy Valiant, that's what's coming after you, baby. The Army and Paul Jones. If you think you can shave that man's head, you better get some serious help.
Once again, fans, it's a replay. We'll take a look at the superplex from Shaska. You can tell the Army is fired up and ready to do anything for their leader, their general, Paul Jones, including getting rid of Jimmy Valiant. When we come back, America's team and a special interview right after this timeout.